Hi, I'm Allick Delancy, a psychologist working in the field of mental health and education. And today's topic has to do with how parents or teachers can actually reinforce positive behaviors in children. Keep in mind, the statements made here are based on my personal views or opinion, as well as research I will have done for this video. This video is based on my personal desire to bring to consumers the science behind mental health, behavior modification, and education. So again, today we'll be talking about a technique that parents or teachers you can use to help a child in your classroom or maybe your child at home. This has to do with positive reinforcement. Now, how positive reinforcement works, and this is a powerful technique. How it works is that when you catch the child doing something that is noteworthy, something that is positive, something in terms of their behavior that they should be doing, you want to reward that. Now, the objective of rewarding a behavior that is positive is that you want the behavior to occur again and again and again. Sometimes a child may engage in a negative behavior and we may highlight it. So we say, you shouldn't be running through the house, you shouldn't be walking with your shoes on the carpet, you should get this done, you shouldn't get that done. And the child might actually start feeling, well, maybe I only do negative things, because when I do negative things I hear quite a bit about it. But in the case of positive reinforcement, we're helping the child now to recognize that you do things that are negative, true, but you also do things that are positive, and I want to acknowledge those things. So here is a situation where, let's say you catch a child doing something appropriate. You saw them actually took their books out, maybe it's in school. You saw them took their books out, they took their pens and pencils out, or whatever material they needed to take out to get the task done. You want to acknowledge that. You want to say something like, hey, you know what? Timmy just got his pencils and books out. I like how he did that. That is exactly what he needed to do. And especially if you give some kind of instruction as a teacher, you want other students to also recognize that you are acknowledging, you are rewarding positively Timmy for doing exactly what he has to do. So the reward does not necessarily have to be something tangible. It can be a high five, it could be a thumbs up, it can be a verbal response such as, you're doing the right thing, good job, keep it up. So those are some of the rewards that you can give to a child that is more than likely will contribute to having a positive behavior happen again and again. In the case of a parent who is home, or a guardian, or someone who is looking after the child or children, the same principle could apply. You try to catch them doing something that is positive and you acknowledge it. You indicate to them, that is exactly what I want you to do. Hey, you know what, Sam, that's exactly the task I wanted to do right now. How did you know you had to do that? That's really good. That makes me proud. So you can even tell them how it makes you feel, and then you can say something like, good job, I am really happy that you're doing it, you're making me proud. Sometimes for the younger children, and even for those who may also have some special needs, but maybe teenagers, although quite frankly these techniques could work for anybody, even adults, you can have a chat system, and on the chat, when they engage in a positive behavior, you can acknowledge by either pinning their names on a part of the chat that maybe say good job, or it says excellent work, or something like that. So you reward a desired behavior by acknowledging it, by indicating to the person that the behavior that they're engaging in is the behavior, is the positive behavior that you want them to continue in. So a little bit on how you can actually use positive reinforcement when working with children. I think it's an excellent strategy, an excellent technique that can be used, especially when it comes to trying to alter or modify behaviors, moving from just indicating or highlighting negative behaviors to highlighting positive behaviors and encouraging the person to continue doing all that they possibly can do. So use this technique of positive reinforcement. There's another technique I'll highlight in a little bit to you, so catch me in the next video and we'll talk a little bit about it. Alright then, take care.